poor hands, I am constantly putting body butter. English is my first language. I like body butter better than lotion because it's thicker. And did you know? Totally side note. Did you know that lotion, the reason lotion pumps like it does, has alcohol in it? Well, what does alcohol do? Makes your skin dry. So I prefer body butter, but it don't matter what I'm putting on. This is just absolutely freaking ridiculous how dry my skin is, and my poor face. I can't stand it. So I went and bought some really heavy night cream today. Hopefully it'll help. But anyway, that is definitely not what I wanted to talk to y'all about. It is the holidays, and I was going to put this topic off until next week, but you know, I'm probably missing. I know I've missed a lot of people tonight already who have gone to holiday parties. Yeah, I love the holidays. Okay, not as much as I used to. It's going to be a really crappy one without my mom, but I do. I like the holidays. I like I like all the bright color. As I sit here in black, and I'm sure if you watch my videos often, you know I love black, but I love bright colors, and that's one of my favorite things about Christmas is all the colors everywhere. And well, I was about to say everyone's in a good mood, but that was true when I was younger. That is not true anymore. Everybody's so damn grumpy when they're out. But you know, I'm a very outgoing introvert. And I've actually had people laugh at me when I say that. You're not introverted. No, I am. I am extraordinarily introverted. I am very outgoing, obviously. I have no problem striking up a conversation with anybody. But when I'm done, I'm done. And I need to be able to get away and to get somewhere quiet. I mean, honestly, most of the time I sit here without the TV on, and I work from home. I used to leave it on for background noise for my dogs, but now I relish the silence. And in fact, the only thing I've got going for sound right now is my washing machine. But I am very introverted. That being said, I was at a very fancy party a few years ago, and not even really sure how I wrangled an invite because it was all very fancy people and me. And one of my friends was there, and she was at the time a tenured university professor. She's since moved on to other endeavors, but she was a communications professional. And she finally grabbed me and she's like, how in the hell do you do that? How do you just walk up to everybody and start a conversation? It's like, well, I literally would just walk up to someone. Hi, my name's Courtney. What do you do? That's how I would start the conversation. I would start it different now because I've learned a little more about people since then. But even someone as outgoing as I am, I can get social anxiety once in a while. You know what social anxiety is? We're projecting our opinion of ourselves on other people. Don't do that. Other people never see us as harshly as we do. Hi, honey, how are you? It's good to see you. How are things in Indiana? You know what I realized today? I have like this really bizarre Midwestern / Southern accent thing going on. Well, I don't think it's a Southern accent, but I say y'all and stuff like that. And I call everybody honey, which is very Southern. My mama was Southern. But I definitely have a Midwest accent. So I think I just found that kind of amusing. Anyway, even someone as outgoing as I am can really struggle with social anxiety once in a while. Fortunately for me, it's not very often, but it still happens. So here's some tips from psychcentral.com on how to deal with your social anxiety about holiday parties. Number 1, don't expect anything. Okay, if you're the one holding the party, if you're holding Christmas dinner at your house, let go of the idea of perfection because it does not exist outside of magazine covers or photo shoots, I should say, and movies. It doesn't exist. The perfect holiday is impossible, so don't put your loved ones through all that stress. There's so much pressure that people put on themselves. Now, I am not, because I am introverted, I don't entertain. My idea of entertaining is fantastic. What's the head count? I'll call and make reservations. Side note, I do that because then when I'm done, I can just go home. I don't have to worry about being rude and throwing everybody out because I'm done. They can stay and chat as long as they want. But anyway, don't put too much pressure on yourself to have the perfect dinner. It doesn't exist. The flip side of that, Don't go into any event in your life. Don't ever go into something thinking, well, this is going to suck, because you know what? If that's your attitude, you're right. It's going to suck. So don't go in with any expectations, positive or negative. Just try to walk in there with an open heart and an open mind and accept whatever comes your way. Number 2, you need to remember that you are going to be fine. No matter what happens, it has nothing to do with who you are as a human being. Even if you embarrass the hell out of you, maybe you have too much to drink and you end up fighting with your uncle, or maybe you're dancing on the damn table and embarrassing your mother. Who knows? Sometimes we do stupid things when we've had too much to drink. But you know what? It's one night. It's not the end of the world. You might feel pretty sheepish. You might have some apologies to make. But you know what? Everybody at that party, they've made an ass out of themselves at least once in their life too. I guarantee you. If you're really worried. Now, you know, I miss my mom so much. My mama loved Christmas. But you know, I was really lucky because I never dreaded spending the holidays with my folks, ever. But I know not everybody has that situation. Not everybody has that kind of family. So if you're going into a family situation and you're going because you feel obligated, and you know what, good for you. There's nothing wrong with meeting that kind of obligation. But maybe your Uncle Jerky is a Jimmy. No, maybe your Uncle Jimmy is a total jackass. And you know he's just gonna be all over you and ruin your night. Go into it. Okay, I'm going to go to this party and Uncle Jimmy's going to be there, but I'm only going to stay for 2 hours. You can do anything for a couple of hours. Set it for an hour if 2 hours is just too much to handle. But you need to just limit your direct contact. If there's somebody there that you know is going to be difficult, limit your direct contact with them. And you know it's a great way to do that? Go in the kitchen and help the chef, and unless of course if the cook is the person you're trying to avoid, but that shouldn't be hard because they'll be in the kitchen. But you know, any holiday gathering, there's always help needed with clearing and washing dishes and preparing things to go out. There's lots of stuff you can do. So if you're uncomfortable with somebody who's there, but you want to go ahead and meet that family obligation, just go hang out in the kitchen. You'll get all the brownie points. You probably get a few extra brownie points for helping. And you won't have to put up with the BS. You need to remember that no matter what Uncle Jimmy, or even maybe, God forbid, maybe it's your parents, no matter what they say to you, it only carries, other people's opinions only carry as much weight as we choose to grant them. And yeah, that includes family. Yes, that includes your parents. Yes, that's easier to say than it is to implement. But it's true. You need to give your inner critic the night off. That's tip number 4. Tell your inner critic to just shove it. Give him or her the night off. Nobody, not even Uncle Jimmy, is going to be as harsh on. By the way, I do not have an Uncle Jimmy. That's just a name I pulled out of thin air. My uncles, thank goodness, are very cool. But no one's ever going to be as hard on you as you are on yourself. So give your inner critic the night off. It's a holiday. Go out and just try to enjoy yourself. Number 5, don't buy into toxic behavior. Just because you're invited to the drama doesn't mean you need to sit down and watch the play. How other people treat you, no matter how other people treat you, it's not a reflection on you. It's really not. It's a reflection on them. And really it has more to do with how they feel about themselves and how they view themselves than it has to do with you. Because even if they really dislike you, I mean, why do they care? Sorry, something just, I had a notebook on the floor and it just fell against my leg. Don't ask me why it's on the floor. I honestly don't know. I was just wondering that. But anyway, how other people treat you, it's about them. It's not about you. It's not about you. I know when you're in the thick of it and they're making you, they're not making you, you are choosing to get your feelings hurt or to get upset. Go to another part of the room. Go in the kitchen. Hell, if you have to, excuse yourself. Go in the bathroom for a few minutes and just collect yourself. Go in the bathroom, close the door, and just do some deep breathing till you can get a grip on your emotions. Because here's another thing. This is not on my list, but here's another thing. If someone just wants to be a horse's ass to you, why in the hell would you ever give them the satisfaction of knowing that it bothers you? Don't. Because it just, people like that, it just amps them up. So just smile. I had I can't tell that story. It'll be way too identifying. Damn it. A really funny story to tell you guys, but I can't tell you because it would very much give away where I work. Plus, I don't want my work involved with my social media life. Anyway, find someone else to talk to. Move to another part of the house. Go in the kitchen and help. Go in the bathroom if you have to, but don't buy into their toxic behavior. And remember, if it's a family member or if it's someone that you know is going to be difficult, you should have set a time limit before you went. So just go in the bathroom. Okay, I got so much time left. I can do this, because you can. You really can. Now, I'll be honest. I'm not always very good at staying calm when someone else is escalating, but man, I got to tell you, when I can do it, it's the coolest feeling, because it's not like I feel this surge of power, but it's just like, wow, you're really pissed off and I'm sitting over here totally mellow, and that must really suck to be you. Don't buy into it. Number 6, you got to let it go. You can't control other people. You can't control what they're going to say and what they're going to do. But you can. Now, this is not a real easy thing to do. You can learn to control. You can choose to control how you want to respond to them. If you can, just take an emotional step. And I know it's hard when you're in the thick of it. I get it. I do. But try to take an emotional step back. Don't make a big issue of it, but just take a deep breath. And just choose to respond. Look, people who are going to go out of their way, especially at a holiday gathering, to be a jackass to you, they're probably not very happy people. So I always try to look at mean people. I almost said something very ugly. I try to deal with mean people from the perspective of, somebody must have done something really awful to you to make you such a horse's ass. And I do have empathy for that aspect. That doesn't excuse their behavior, but it allows me to view them with a lot more empathy. And that makes it a lot easier for me not to buy into their BS. You need to set your boundaries, and you need to stick with them. A simple, I'm not going to discuss this right now with you. This is a holiday. We're at Christmas dinner. This is not the time or the place. You just set a boundary and be firm about it. If they try to bring it up again, get up and walk away. And if you have to leave the gathering early, be polite. Don't leave in a huff. Just be polite. I told y'all I didn't want to discuss this, and it's getting kind of late. I hope you guys have a great evening. I'm going to go home. And don't let other people escalate your behavior. Because I'm telling you, nothing pisses people off more than when they're trying to get your goat and you're just like, okay, whatever, gotta go. I got things to do. Bye. But can be calm. And then here's bonus. Here's conversation starters. So you're at the party. Your cousin's there with his new girlfriend. Uncle Jimmy's being Uncle Jimmy, and he's such an ass. Go introduce yourself to the new girlfriend. Hey, how you doing? Pay her a sincere compliment. Hey, you look really nice tonight. Maybe she's got an interesting job. Wow, that's fascinating. Would you tell me about that? It's a good icebreaker. Compliments are an amazing icebreaker. It automatically makes you more likable, and it takes your focus off of you and puts it on the other person. And the other person is going to be happy because you acknowledge them. It's a win. It's a win-win situation. Anyway, that's all I have for tonight. I hope y'all have a great weekend. What was I going to say? I don't know. I really don't know. It's been a brain foggy kind of day, but all in all, I physically feel, tentatively knock wood, I feel pretty decent today, so I'll take it. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Please, remember, if you're at a gathering and it's uncomfortable, it's a short segment of your life. It's not, maybe you're there, maybe maximum you're there 2 or 3 hours. You can handle anything for 2 or 3 hours. You really can. If you have any questions, look, I'm certainly not an expert on anxiety. I'm just some random chick on the internet, but I do know how to deal with chronic illness. I do know what it's like, and I will tell you that is where most of my social anxiety comes from, in all honesty. I'm really active. I'm very outgoing. I'm really gregarious. But it's very embarrassing for me when I go somewhere, and it's silly that this embarrasses me, but it does. This embarrasses the crap out of me. When I get up, if I sit for very long, just the time that it took me to do this video, when I stand up, my legs are going to be really stiff. It's going to take me a good minute or two of moving around before I'm not very visibly limping. That embarrasses the crap out of me. But you know, if people want to judge me for that, tough shit. That's on them. Excuse my language, but it is. That's their decision. I'm still going to wear my high heels. I had somebody comment to me one day, well, you know, you wouldn't walk like that if you didn't. It's like, no, it has nothing to do with my heels. I'm going to walk like this anyway. I may as well wear something that makes me feel good. It makes me happy. And I am definitely a high heels girl. I even have winter boots with high heels. But, wow, I went way off topic there. But if you're dealing with chronic illness, I can help you with, just learn some tactics to help you cope with it better, because this shit is hard to deal with, and it's really hard during the holidays, because this is when it all comes crashing down, all the things that you want to do that you can't do. But you know what? Healthy people can't do it all either. So lighten the hell up on yourself. Do something fun this weekend. Do something just because it makes your heart happy. For me, I'm lucky that's exercise, and so I'm going to get my shimmy on this weekend. But I hope you guys have a great weekend. If you have not done so, please subscribe to iHap's channel, although I think most of you watch me on Twitter, which means you're probably following me on Twitter. But I hope you'll have a great weekend, and I will be back Monday at 5 o'clock Alaska time. Thank you.